Lo and behold, so thousands of researchers are working every single day with an intention to produce millions of content every day, every periodically. But is that content really worthy of the sight? Is that content really worthy of our energy, attention, and time to get a review or even read that? Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Hussain Aftab Changi, and our today's tutorial, and I again repeat, this is not a review, this is not a whine, this is not a meme, this is not a statement, this is not a rant, okay? Just opening up a camera and saying whatever you want to. No, that's not the case. It's a very structured tutorial. I again repeat, it's a tutorial, and the title of our tutorial is How to Write Cases Well. So this tutorial is predominantly for those who are into research, who are into academia, and who are also into corporate, and they struggle in writing down the cases. And by mean cases, I actually mean case study. All right. So for the academia, for the students, and also for the faculty members, for the researchers, they at times lose out their rhythm, how they have to structure their thoughts, how they have to put that thought into a frame, and how exactly they have to kickstart. What are the do's and don'ts that they need to consider in formulating the case study? I have been an author of multiple case studies which have been published in Pakistan Business Review as well, and on multiple journals, yeah. So I'm actually going to give you a tutorial of how to make your life a little convenient and easy in crafting down your research paper, particularly in the form of case study. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, before we actually delve into the substance of how exactly we have to craft the case study and how exactly we have to formulate the content and what content is actually imperative to be incorporated into a case study, let me just give you a brief preamble of what exactly case study is. So if you actually Google, you will going to find millions and millions of definitions and perspective of what exactly case is and what exactly case not. All of them have their own respective significance. However, if we actually boil down the things, alright, boil down to the core substance of what exactly case is and what represents the soul and the spirit of case, so it boils down to 3 to 4 elements, and those elements are considered as the preamble for the case writing. Number one, it has to be investigative. It has to be from the examination perspective. So when you're writing a case, it needs to have a soul of examination. It needs to have a soul of investigation, that you are exploring the avenue, you are investigating the theme, you are unearthing a new perspective, you are discovering a new domain of it, or something which has already been done, you are documenting it from the investigative soul. Alright, so that's something which is very imperative. Number two, it has to be multidimensional. It can be multidimensional. A case which is written on the theme of channel management can be supportive in understanding the dynamics of Salesforce. A case study which is written on the theme of Salesforce can be helpful to understand the shopper marketing practices. A case which is written on the principles of shopper marketing can actually very helpful in understanding the employee motivation, or in fact the merchandising methods the company is actually employing. So case can, not should be, but predominantly can have the soul of being multidimensional. Alright, and I'm also going to share a few of the pragmatic cases that has been done and significantly done in the past as well. Alright, so that's another domain. Another domain which is very important is that it has to be in detail. However, it should not cross the boundary, that it should not give you a feel that you are going through a newsletter, you are going through a newspaper, you are going through a magazine. No. So it has to be in detail along with the relevance and the researchability and the rigor. So these three are very important in writing up the case: research, relevance, and the rigor. Oh, there is another point which is actually I got to know from one of the sources, is that it should have an applicability in the real life context. So case study's objective can be make the reader more equipped with the knowledge, harnessing their skill, improving their acumen, and also whatever the content they're actually adopting or acquiring from the case, that content should have the real life applicability. Because if the applicability is not there, the content is as good as it is written in the document form. That is it. So if the application is not there, if the element of making it more pragmatic, if it is not there, then there is no need for writing a case study. Then that content will only going to give you a feel good stimulus, but not the stimulus to do well as well.